Hi there, I'm Barbara Cashman, and this is SilkeMat. This is a non-carcinogenic product, and if you're into mold making for your glasswork, this is what you need. It's safe, easy to work with. You don't need special masks or anything like that with it. Very flexible, pliable, cuts great. So, this is the raw material right here. What else can we do with it? Well, we can do a whole lot of things with it. I also have the rigidizer for our SilkeMat, and that's what you're seeing here on the table. These have been rigidized, most of them. And this is also a safe product. It won't flash fire in your kiln, and no precautions are really needed to use this either. But it does give you a nice, firm, hard mold. And these are some of the things that I've done with SilkeMat. And if you plug into our Facebook group, SilkeMat Tips and Techniques, you'll see what a whole bunch of people are doing with it. It amazes me. But to start, if you're, say, vitrograph, you're doing your Marini or your vitrograph pulls, that kind of a thing, you can make your vitrograph mold out of practically any kind of form to get the hole size that you want, the shape that you want. This one I did a little kind of sloped so that the glass would come down into it. But you can do square. You can cut a square hole if you like, or a round hole, big or small. This was a fence post that I got at Home Depot, and I used that as a mold for this little rascal. And I've got another one sort of set up right now so that you can see how this works. I just clipped it together, and then what I can do is either pin it or sew it. We'll get to that later. And I can use this mold several times, and the glass just comes right out of it. Pot melts, kind of the same way. Just do your shape any way you want. These are some holes that I cut out with a straw. So actually anything that you can use to just go ahead and cut holes or slots. You can make the shapes any way that you want, fill it with glass, and then that's a pot melt that I made off of, I believe, this guy right there. So, next, drop ring vases. Simple drop ring vase. I set it up on stilts, set my glass up, let it drop. There you go. If I want a square one, I cut a square hole, and totally reusable. Let's see, kiln carving. SilkeMat will hold its shape even without being rigidized to give you great little elements for your work, or actually you can set it up to drop a dish or something like that using say a hole like this. Okay? Casting. I love casting with this stuff because it's just so easy to do. I had a cow skull mold that I used for this, rigidized it. I have used this several times. This is a clear casting that I made, and then I also made one with frit. Same mold. And the glass, of course, comes out of it cleanly. Let's see, more casting. I always wanted a crystal skull, so I made one. This is actually I used a skull from the dollar store. It cost me $1. And then made this form here, filled it with glass, and there you go. Face mask, basically the same thing. I had a plastic mask and did a casting right from there. And this, of course, is totally reusable. What's interesting about this is that you could use the front side or the back side. So if I wanted to actually slump the face and have it hollow inside, I could do that too, same mold. So you see how versatile this stuff is? Pattern bars, same thing. You can make a little pot, if you wish, or whatever, and fire it directly in there Or you can make what we call a flow mold. And this is really, really interesting to do. You fill your glass in here, like this, basically, and let it flow out through the slots that you cut. What that does is it creates, I don't know if you can get a real close-up of some of this. Can you get those? Yeah. Okay. Those are some little pieces that I made off the flow mold. What it does is the glass will do this number. But those are just some crazy things that we've come up with to do. And if I wanted the shape of my glass like this and slice it into triangles, I could make my mold just like that. Oh, I ought to show you this. This is basically a piece of SilkeMat, and this is what I did. I kind of cut it like this, and then all I did was just flip it over. And of course I would rigidize it, but there's my little triangular pocket right there. Real easy to do. Torsos. I've had a lot of people do torsos. I haven't done this one yet. I've made the mold for her, but I haven't done it yet because I haven't really got my design right. But on SilkeMat Tips and Techniques, we've got a couple of pictures of some people that have done extraordinary torsos. The fun thing that's going on right now are the jellyfish. Okay, I don't know why they call it jellyfish. Does that look like a jellyfish? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so all we did, and I've got a special video for this that you can plug into on YouTube. But this is how I made this little rascal. This is SilkeMat. Actually, I didn't even rigidize this piece. You can, one side or both, it doesn't matter, you can do one side or both. And cut the holes in it for my little legs, set it up on stilts, and we have a firing schedule for that, and there are several firing schedules for people that have been doing these. But all kinds of colors, you know, this has just been the rage right now. So SilkeMat, perfect product to do that, because your holes can be any size and anywhere you want to put them. That's pretty much covering a whole lot of territory right here. And I just want to encourage you to explore, create, have fun, because this stuff is just a trip to work with. And that's about it. Thank you for watching.